First of all, I'd like to greet everyone a happy Mother's Day and also a happy birthday to all the May celebrants. For every one of us, whether we are a mother to our own children, a mother to our nieces and nephews, or just celebrating our own mothers, it is a day to recognize the efforts, the sacrifices, the love that only a mother can give. And for me, Mother's Day is extra special. My mom was born on May 14, and usually it coincides with Mother's Day, the second Sunday of May. So when Angie asked me if I would like to talk about my mom during our monthly MMK, I said I'd gladly oblige, and that would give me a chance to celebrate my mother 6 years after her passing. This is my video. Liwayway Ramos Bunag was born on May 14, 1931 in Manila, the youngest of 8 children. She grew up in Balik-Balik, Sampaloc, and that's where she met my father. She was 18 years old at that time and she was walking in the street when my uncle and father saw her. My uncle told my father, "Sige nga, ligawan mo yan, baka hindi ka pwede dyan." My father said, "Kayang-kaya ko yan." He approached her and introduced himself. Pretty soon, my father asked her to go on a movie date with him. When they arrived home after the movie date, my mom's eldest sister told my father to marry my mother or else. I guess my aunt thought something happened between them. So it was like a shotgun wedding. And at 19 years old, my mom was married to my 20-year-old father. The following year, my brother was born, and 3 years later, I followed. After that, we moved to Quezon City, where my sister Cecil was born, and many years later, my youngest sister Karen. Fast forward to when my mom was in her 30s or mid-30s. I remember her beautiful face and figure. Looking at her black and white pictures, she looked like a movie star. I envied her looks. She was a stay-at-home mom by then, took care of the house and us, but she and my dad also had a lot of parties to go to. We had close family friends that they would always be in each other's houses, playing mahjong, eating, singing at the piano, and even dancing, while us kids would play hide and seek and patintero. When I moved to the US in the 80s, she saw me off at the airport and a year later visited me in New York. Oh, how she loved to travel. Here we are in New York, visiting the Twin Towers, and years later in Rome and Venice. Nanay was a hands-on grandmother. She made sure that she was there for each of her grandchildren's birth. She came to the US 3 months after my first son was born to take care of him for a few months, and again in 1990 when Johnny was born. And she never got tired of shopping for each of her grandchildren, spoiling all 9 of them. Nanay was always a happy person. She loved shopping like me, playing mahjong, going to the casino where she almost always win. She loves traveling and being with family and friends. She was part of a Bible study, which she actually formed. She was prayerful, and I learned from her friend that she had read the Bible from cover to cover. What a feat! She would join me in my medical missions, whether that be in Batangas or in Lawag. And when she visited me in the US, she joined all my Lions Club activities, including our caroling sessions. My mom developed uterine cancer in 1987. We were devastated. She was devastated. I was here in the US pregnant for the first time after trying for several years, so my family couldn't tell me about her condition until I was 7 months pregnant. I cried and cried for days. They told me my mom went into depression, didn't want to eat or say anything. She underwent surgery done by Joel's uncle in Batangas, then had chemotherapy in Manila. Our prayers were answered when she was declared cancer-free the following year. She continued to have annual checkups, and all of us were breathing a sigh of relief that she was in good health, until a scare again in 2012 when she had on and off abdominal pain. Still, her findings were non-significant and she was still able to travel, walked with a cane, but was strong in spirits. As the years passed, she got weaker and weaker. I would be in the Philippines every 3 months visiting. The last time she picked me up was at the airport. I was so surprised because I arrived at 4 in the morning. She looked so frail in her wheelchair, but she had that smile from ear to ear. The last time I saw Nanay was February 2015, and she bade farewell March of 2015. For all the joys, the care, the love she gave us, we cannot thank her enough. She gave us the world. Nanay, you will always be in our hearts. Your laughter, your smile, your touch will continue to warm us. I love you, and we hope that our love will keep you always. Thank you for the memories, for being our loving nanay, the lola to your grandchildren, the caring wife and partner to tatay. Until we meet again.